I gotta see how this looks on um YouTube now. Make sure that my internet, look at that, put that right there for the views. Okay. Think it's showing that I'm still good. Okay. We're gonna try this again. All right, y'all. So, hey, India. I don't know what happened to that last one, but it was looking super janky. Like my internet just disconnected for some reason. But I think that we're good now. And I want to just get into the topic because I want to get into the topic. So, y'all, tell me, have y'all heard about MrBeast? He's a popular YouTuber, and recently he posted this video where he paid for 1,000 people to get cataracts removed, and he did this like all over the world. Like he went and he paid for this surgery because cataracts is actually a really common thing. It's a very simple procedure to remove them, but it's a very common issue that people have where it blurs their vision. So some people have developed it like through life, and some people are born with cataracts, and so they can't see out of one or both of their eyes. So he does this really big, like it's a really big gesture. He calls a doctor who specializes in it, and he's like, hey, I want to pay for 1,000 people to get this surgery done, to get cataracts removed. I want to help them see. And so he calls him, and the doctor eventually, like after he realizes that the guy's not a scammer and he's like actually trying to do this for real, they agree to it. And so the video itself is about 7 minutes. And I think that it got over like 60 million views when it dropped because it was like this really big gesture. And so in the video, not only does he pay for the surgery of these people, but he also gives the participants like $10,000. He bought somebody a Tesla because he has never been able to drive because of cataracts. So he gave him a Tesla. He paid for someone else to go to college. Like he gave them 50 grand to go towards their college fund. Like he's out here giving people vision and money. Like he's really like, it was really cool to watch. Like I was excited watching it. And then just seeing the people respond when they can finally see. Like imagine like going years not being able to see anything, and now all of a sudden after this procedure, which takes like 10 minutes, I think it's not even a long procedure, they're able to their vision is back. And so the video itself was like really really big. Like everyone was having like a positive reaction to it at first, but then it started getting negative. And so that's the part that really blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute. How are we making this like a negative thing? And so some people felt like it was performative. Some people felt like he was just doing it to, he was just doing it for clout, or, like it just wasn't, it was disingenuous for him to do this and then to publicize that he did it. And so there was a lot of controversy over what like essentially should have been just a really kind gesture. And so it made me think about a couple of things. And so this is where I want y'all to talk to me and let me know how you feel about it, because I think that when I watched it, and given I don't know much about MrBeast, I do not follow him, not for any particular reason. It's just that this is my first time really hearing about him, which is interesting because he's a really popular YouTuber. But I just didn't know about his content. So, but from watching the video, I felt like I can see where people feel that you should just be able to do things for people without publicizing it. I get that part. But I also think about how inspiring and encouraging and informative it can be when you do. Because let's think about it. You have a foundation. Let's say you have a foundation and your foundation is going towards giving homes to people who have been displaced, right? And so you may feel like it is more noble to just put your, have your foundation, set your foundation up, and just leave it at that. But from a marketing standpoint, people have to know, for one, that it's even a problem. Like, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't know. Like, I learned from his video that cataracts are actually a very common issue for people, and it is a reason why they start to lose their vision. I did not know that. That's good information to know. Also, it encouraged me to start to think about what I would want to do, like how I want to be able to use my influence, my money in order to build something else. And not only that, but you get to see like something positive. You get to see good happening in the world, which is what something that we need more of. Like, we have enough negative news, we have enough controversy, we have enough of negativity. And so being able to watch a video that was just good, it made me feel good. It made me feel excited. And and I don't feel like the people who were there felt exploited. I think that they felt grateful. They were excited. I mean, I would want to tell everybody that I got this surgery done, that someone paid for me to get this surgery. If y'all know, I'm still waiting on whoever's gonna buy me this car. Whoever's getting me my Hyundai, I'm gonna talk about them. Like, I'm gonna be so excited whenever I find out who that's gonna be and how that's gonna happen. Because I just feel like it is not meant to be kept to ourselves. It's meant to share. Now, I think that there is definitely a difference between people who do it to be performative, but I don't get the impression that that's what he was doing. And I also see the value in sharing the good that you do. He said he runs his business razor thin. He spends so much on his videos. Yeah, I heard that he gives away. He's just like, he gives away money all the time. Like, his motto is, I want to make it so that I can give it. Cause that was a really good video. I mean, that could have been like a documentary. Like, it was pretty. I was impressed. I was like, wow, this is great. But I mean, even then, like, investing in quality content makes money, which he can then give. So it's like, it all makes sense. Like, the model makes sense to invest in what is going to give you the best return. That's smart, y'all. That's a word right there. That's a word right there. Invest in what's going to give you the best return. Because Cardi said, I aspire to be that way. Give, give, give. Yes. Like, that's what I feel like that's what we all should be doing. That's what we all should be aspiring towards. And so I brought this up because, yeah, people should be more upset with the healthcare system. That part, like, let's be upset with the fact that this surgery, I don't remember. I feel like the surgery cost like $100 or something like that. I forgot. It is not like a 4 or 5 figure surgery. It is it could be affordable, but because of the way that our healthcare is set up, people don't have access to it. I'm missing some of it. Let me see the chat again. Okay, Irene said he's an amazing YouTuber. I love what he did. He put his money in a worthy cause. Yes, exactly, y'all. Exactly. And so I feel like, regardless of us trying to sit here and, like, really scrutinize it and figure out, well, what were his intentions and why did he feel the need to share this? We have now started a conversation where we can start to think about what that looks like for us. That, if anything, that video it inspired me, and it is motivating me to really start to make my vision for what I want to do with my platform, with my business, come to life. Like, and like, be serious about it. Because I think that a lot of times, there's a few things that happen. So a lot of times we either we lose sight of why we started doing things in the first place. So I did this exercise last year, and I had to like really like give write down the vision for my business, like the vision for my life, the vision for my family, my vision for relationships, like everything, right? And so what I realized as I was doing that exercise is that I I was getting so discouraged because I was losing sight of why I was doing this in the first place. I was losing sight of what I know is possible because of my current circumstances and where I am right now. But I think about how I want to be able to like talking and doing this virtually is incredible, but I want to be able to have workshops where I can go and see people in person, like Cardi, like Irene, like India. Like I want to be able to see y'all, be around y'all, help y'all, and host in spaces where we can gather, and it's not just the people who are on this live, but it's hundreds of people, thousands of people building their businesses, building their brands, being confident and bold. And I want to be able not to do it in just this country but around the world, like worldwide, for real, like going to different countries and doing this exact same thing. And that has always been such a huge like drive and like conviction for me, because I know what can happen when somebody tells you, I believe in you. I know what can happen when somebody tells you, here are the tools that you need to be more creative, to be more expressive, to be more confident, to be more bold. Like you just need to have somebody who's in your corner and is giving you the confidence that you need to be able to do it. And so I want to be able to do something like I want to be able to do that. But then even beyond that, I want to have studios where people can go and work and create. I want to have spaces where kids can be there. If you're a mother, if you are a father, you got your kids can come to this space, this studio space. They can have childcare taken care of. They can even have their own things going on, their own creative endeavors. And it'd be this space where like it's a family environment, and I want to have multiple properties that does that. I want to have chapters where people do what I do and they lead their own spaces. Like this is so much bigger than just me, you know. And so, and I think about even giving to schools and having curriculums in colleges and in high schools where things like this are being taught, so that people feel like they have the tools to be an entrepreneur, where they can be creative and they can do what they're passionate about, and being able to have like the arts come back into schools again, and into our society, and have it be valued for what it is. Because I see how we've beaten down artists, we've beaten down creatives, and we've tried to make them fit this mold in this box, but they are so much bigger than your linear thinking. And so I think about all of those things, and how there's just such a huge mission, and is this huge drive, like this just like it's so much bigger than me. And so I love that he brought this up. And today with y'all, I want you to invite you to think about what that looks like for you. Like what do you dream about doing? What do you dream about? What kind of impact do you dream about having? How do you want to help people? How, like, what's your 1,000 people? Like, what does that project look like for you? What kind of things do you want to create? Because we might feel like right now is so far off, but we need to have that in the forefront of our minds in order to keep us going and to keep us excited. And even if we're not excited, just to keep us determined to see it happen, because he's proof that it can happen. And I think about people like Tabitha Brown. I think about people like Keith Lee. And one thing that I noticed about them that I don't know if people really tripped off of is that they have this thing in common. They did not underestimate their influence, even when they were starting out. And here's what I mean by that. So Tabitha Brown used to do this thing called I'm trying to remember the name of it, like something like Very Good Fridays or something of that nature. And so she did the show with her daughter, and they would just review products from small businesses. And they did this just for like just for free. They did it. If they found your product, or if you sent them a product and they liked it, they would review it on their show. Oh, I'm gonna take a pause for a second. Cardi said, "My biggest dream is to create comfort for plus size queens." Let me go back to the live chat. To create comfort for plus size queens. Even more, I want to open up a safe space for kids and teenagers. That's your why. That's your big vision. That's the reason why you're posting your TikToks today, is because you know that it is building up to that. It's building up to that. Like, I love that. I love that. I got excited thinking about that. So I want everybody to share, if you know. Please, I want to see them, and I want to encourage you in them and let you know that it's possible. But they did the Very Good Fridays. I'm not sure that's the name, y'all. It's really bothering me, but I'm gonna keep on going. And so they would promote these businesses, and they just did it out of the goodness of their heart. Like, they just did it because she started to realize that she can influence and give where she is right now. And she was doing this before she became like America's auntie. Keith Lee does the same thing still. He just reviews video. He reviews restaurants, and he uses his platform and his influence to review restaurants. And when he started, he did not have 10 million followers. He just understood that the power of your power of his voice, the power of his influence was enough to help someone else. Now, to what degree, I don't think that anybody could have guessed that that's what would happen, right? But he didn't underestimate the fact that he had influence and he had potential to help somebody else. And he did it with what he had. And so they had just like this heart of givers. They were givers. And they didn't allow the fear or the feeling that they were not good enough or influential enough or impactful enough to stop them from doing it at the the capacity that they could, at the level that they could. And they just kept that same energy. And so I think about a lot of the people who when you see them, you just think like, man, these are just really good people. Like the people that we really like resonate with, that inspire us. They do the same things. They are givers. They give. They give, and they don't underestimate their impact because they know that it is going to have an effect that goes far beyond where they are right now in their current circumstances. And so I felt like, because where we are in our 7-day visibility challenge, we're kind of like in the middle. Yeah, because this is day 3 of our visibility challenge. And so a lot of times doing challenges, being consistent, is very easy for us to lose focus and lose sight of our why, especially when things start to get harder. You start to try to think about, well, why am I even going live in the first place? Why am I doing this? I don't feel like it. No one's listening to me. No one is showing up. These numbers are trash. Like, like we start to get discouraged by those things. And I just felt like this would be just a good time for us to take a step and think about what who am I doing this for? What am I doing this for? Like, what down the line am I working to do? Am I working to accomplish? What do I want to do? What do I want to see? Who do I want to help? What do I want to establish? Because you really can make so much possible for yourself by being committed to this. And so I want to let y'all know that In addition to encouraging you with that to dream about what that looks like and what I'm working towards, I want you to know that I'm really proud of y'all. Like every single person that is in the For Trendsetters Only community, I am so proud of y'all for showing up and being visible no matter what day you started, no matter how many videos you've posted so far. I look at y'all and it just makes me want to cry because I see so many of you believing in yourself again and taking a chance and not knowing what's going to come at the end of this 7 days, but still being willing to take that chance anyway. Like seeing y'all videos, and I watch everyone's stuff. Everybody, if you posted something, I'm liking it, I'm reposting it. I just love seeing you show up for yourself. And so if you are participating in it, I want you to know that I'm proud of you. Like I'm so proud. I tell everybody about y'all. And I want to at the end of the 7 days, I want to be able to showcase like what you've done and how you feel about this process in some way. I don't know what it's going to look like just yet, but I just want to really give you the opportunity to be celebrated and promoted on an even bigger level because it is you're doing a great job. You're doing great work, and I want you to think about your why, your big, not even just your why, but what is your bigger purpose? What are you working to accomplish that you are currently planting the seed for right now by showing up in this challenge? I think that's the question. We got to it finally. So, yeah, that's it. I feel good with that. That's all I have to talk about on that topic. But I thought that it was good. I thought that it was so good. And it still really blows my mind that people have made this a negative thing, but that's social media for you. Some people are just determined to be negative. They're just determined to not be happy, and you can do that. I choose to see the good in it though, cuz I can be negative by myself. I do not need your help at all. Cardi said, "Got to make mommy proud." Yes, I know she is. She was proud of you always. So that was a given, but you're definitely doing it. You're keeping your word. Now you see, I got to see some of the comments. So, my heart for the babies in your city. Yes, so much violence in street life. The kids went to, you want to be able to, oh, you want them to be able to be kids. Yes. Everything that has ever made you comfortable, I don't want another woman to feel it. Exactly. Yeah. Things that we want to do are they come from the things that we've endured and overcome in life. So I definitely, I definitely love that. So y'all, that's all I got. Do y'all have any questions about the challenge? How are you feeling about it so far? I have I think I've talked about it in the past few videos. And I got to remember that people are going to watch this that are not in the community just yet. So if you are not in the trendsetter community, you need to be there because we have people that are posting more content and using their voice like never before. They're finding out who they are, what their brand is, what their company is for. And what you heard today is just a little piece of what you're going to get when you get into the community. So make sure you get in there so you can build your brand, so that you can build this business that you've been dreaming about for years and stop sleeping on it, so that you can see what you're really made of. Because everybody that's doing it right now, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Come back to me at the end of the 7 days and let's see what we're talking about. Like, It's going to be really good. So make sure you get in the community. It is for people who are influential, people who are coaches, people who are content creators who really want to understand how to make this something that can be profitable, that can be a business for real, and it can take them to the places that they've dreamed about going. So if that sounds like you need to be in the community, and where I'm probably going to head into there afterwards to see who I missed, see the posts of the people who have put their content out today. And that's it. For real, for real. I'm going to go and sit down now until Kyrie comes home. But I thank y'all so much. I love you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I cannot guarantee it's going to be 3 o'clock, but it'll be a time. I'll be live on YouTube again. Irene says she's feel good about it so far. That's good. I really liked your video about shame, Irene. Thank you. I really liked the video about shame. I can really relate to that. I can really relate to that. It's good. So please keep up the good work. And yes, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic, it'll be a surprise. I'm not sure what it's gonna be just yet, but yes. Oh, and the last thing, y'all, this mic, they can sponsor me too if they want to. I love this mic so much and I'm so excited. It's actually wireless. Like, uh-oh. That's the wrong way. Let's see. So I could put it up and I can just talk into it like this. But like I'm that person that likes to hold something in their hands. But like if I wanted to be somebody who's like a hand talker, I still got the mic. I'm so excited about it. I'm probably gonna be talking about it for like the next week. So if you hear me talk about it every day, I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry. This is a good one. If you need a wireless mic, this is a good one to get. And I haven't tried it outside just yet, so I don't know how like the windshield works outdoors. But I indoors it does a pretty good job of like keeping out the background noise. And I wanted something wireless because I just don't like the string connected to it. Oh, I will share the link. Yes, Irene, I will, because you're the person who I was thinking about when I kept looking for the mic. So this is a good one. This is my recommendation. This one is less than 100, which if you know anything about these wireless mics, you turn into a tiny mic chick. Yeah, no, everyone should be a tiny mic chick. But yeah, if you're looking for a good mic, these mics usually are like 200, $300, and I'm not joking, like they can get like pretty high up there. And so this one is good because this one right now is I want to say it's 80, but I think there's a coupon for it. So I'm going to share the link is already in my link tree. I'll put it in the description box, but I'll also just put it in Discord. If you're in Discord, then you'll get the link too. And it'll take you right to it. And hopefully the discount is still in effect. So you can get this and you can be a tiny mic chick too, or a tiny mic dude. But yeah, thank y'all so much. This was fun. Thank you for showing up for me and for yourselves. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow for real this time.